I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough to be right back where we were before. Seems nothing ever changes. We're back to being strangers, wondering if we ought to stay or head on out the door. Just once, can we figure out what we keep doing wrong?
My father was a deacon of the church, and he was a Sunday school teacher. We came up in the Word of God. We came up in gospel music. My older brother, Henry, which is 6 years older than me, he was the minister of music for the state of Ohio. My baby brother is in the group Switch. He's 6 years younger than me. I was basically a musician. I started playing maybe around 12 years old, somewhere in there. By the time I reached the 9th grade, I was playing in a band because Akron was such a small city. It wasn't like you had choice of a lot of musicians. We had a band called Revelation Funk in Akron, Ohio, and we left to come out to Los Angeles, California. After a while, the band got discouraged and they wanted to go back. And I said, well, I came out here to get into the music business, so I'm not going back. So I called my girlfriend, who was my wife today, and I told her the band is coming back and I'm not coming back. And she said, well, can I come be with you? I said, well, I'm out here hustling. We got together, we eventually got married. She took the pink slip to her Volkswagen in Los Angeles, California, to the bank to get me a 4-track recording machine because she said, we can't afford for you to go in the studio and learn the game. I wrote PYT on that little 4-track. I had a chance to get with Joe Webster, which was an artist on Ray Charles's label. I eventually, through the Ray studio, met Ray. And so that's me playing on I Can See Clearly, the organ on I Can See Clearly, and Anonymous Love and some of the stuff that he was doing. I'm also playing drums on Game Number 9 for Ray Charles, and I also, with Joe, wrote You 20th Century Fox for Ray Charles. After that, I became the musical director for Leon Haywood. Leon started producing Carl Carlton. So she's a bad man pajama. That's me playing the bass synthesizer and the chords, and I'm playing the keys to this whole album.
She's a bad man pajama, just as fine as she can be. Hey, she's a bad man pajama.
Lawson and Featon, it was a rock and roll band. Me and Buzzy Featon, we started writing songs together, and I could sing better than him. I would sing our demos, but I was not a singer. Buzzy Featon got me this job at ATV, a publishing company, where you sang demos. You go in there for an hour, learn the song, and then you sing the song, they give you $50, and I get a copy of what I sang. This $50 demo, on the same day that I sang that just once, I drove down to Leon Haywood's house because he was producing Carl Carlton's album. And I said, man, I got a song that might be right for Carl. So Leon played it, and he listened to it just once. It's a good song, but I don't think it's right for Carl. Little did I know that Quincy Jones would eventually call me because ATV, being a publishing company, they knew the producers that was getting ready to go into the studio and stuff. So they said, well, would Quincy Jones go in the studio? They sent him the song. Quincy called them and said, who is this singing? Oh, he's just a demo singer. He's a piano player for Ray Charles, right? He said, well, can I get his number? Quincy called me. So I go in the studio with Quincy, and I start singing the song. I stopped the tape. He said, why are you stopping? I said, well, I'm trying to clear the gruff out of my voice. He said, no, that's why you're in here. That's your sound. I relaxed.
Make the magic last for more than just one night. I know we could break through. We could just get through it just once.
I can tell you this about the Grammys in 1981. I have never stood in my life on nobody's stage and sang nothing. You talking about the fear of somebody? I was trembling. I'm at the Grammys. Quincy came to me and said, "You are up for a Grammy for 100 Ways," which is on the same album. He said, "You can't win because nobody had ever won a Grammy without having their own album." I said, "Quincy, I don't care nothing about no Grammy. I didn't even know I could sing to the degree that I can even be in your presence." So I was the first in the history of Grammys to ever win a Grammy without having my album out. The first words out of my mouth was, "I'd like to thank God for the many blessings."
If it's violin she loves, let them play. Dedicate her favorite song and hold her closer all night long. Love her today, find 100 ways.
When he put me and Michael Jackson together, when I wrote PYT, Pretty Young Thing, Quincy's wife, Peggy Lipton, came home with this lingerie that said Pretty Young Things. Quincy said, "Oh, that's a great title." Because, see, Quincy would always do like Bear Gordy. He'd have a lot of writers writing for the same song. Quincy, it either hits him or it doesn't. It ain't no in-between or nothing. So this is what I had. He put the tape on. The dun 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 dun. Where did you come from, baby? Ooh, won't you take me there?
Right away, won't you, baby? Tenderoni, you got to be. Start Monday, the sugar fly with me. Don't you know now?
Quincy stopped the tape. He said, "We're cutting this tomorrow."
Let me take it to the max. I want to love you. Pretty young thing, you need some loving. To the love and care, and I'll take it there. I want to love you. Pretty young thing, you need some loving. To the love and care, and I'll take it there.
Me and Mike McDonald, we was writing a song, and so it's like, if your loved one's low, reach out and call my name, and I will be there. Quincy said, "No, we already had an I will be there." I was in the studio and went and found a dictionary and looked up the word Yahweh, and I said, "Quincy, I dare you to put a Y in front of the AH. Yahweh, the Hebrew name for God." "Oh man, my kids are studying Hebrew." So they went with it. That was the best blessing for me, because before my parents died, I had a chance on my first album to give it back to them that gave it to me. And a lot of people, to this day, don't know that we're talking about God.
It's a doggone shame, but never too late for change. So if your love runs low, just reach out and call his name. His name. Y'all be there. That over, y'all be there. That over, y'all be there.
Compliment what she does, send her roses just because. If it's violin she loves, let them play. The Lord had already blessed me with my dream because I was not a singer. My father taught me the faith in God and confidence in yourself, and there was nothing that you couldn't do.